Rotary, wasn't that a great start that we had today? I thought exact errands today when I realized how amazing it is that the amount of news that happens in the world every day always just exactly fits into the newspaper. And I know today you will want to know that today is National Watermelon Day. I learned that watermelon is 92% water, which is why it is so refreshing, and the remaining 8% is sugar, which is why it's so sticky. The largest watermelon ever measured or weighed, according to the Guinness World Book of Records, was at 262 pounds. Just amazing. So now that you have that information, we will start our meeting with a verse of America.
My country is a peace, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From
come today thanking you for a new day and another opportunity to enjoy the fellowship of our Rotarians and to be able to think and do good for others. These things we ask in thy name. Amen.
And our guest introductions today, Kathleen Marker.
Okay, we have a couple of guests today, so I'm going to ask Anderson Chandler to please introduce your guest.
I'm pleased to introduce today Alan Kopp, President of the Kansas Chamber of Commerce. He's already filed an application to join the club here. 15 years ago when he was living in Mexico, he belonged to this club, so it's kind of like coming home.
And that gentleman there was Wisconsin 27.
He's a graduate of Western University Law School and one of the early supporters of President Trump, and been a great addition to our club.
You could remain standing. Also, Larry Dimmitt has a guest.
I'm pleased to introduce my guest today. His name is Chuck Trimble. Chuck is a member of the Burlington Club, and Chuck was district governor in our district in 07-08, and we're always happy to have him visit our club. Chuck Trimble.
Thank you.
Let's do our best. This month's featured charity is Big Brothers and Big Sisters. This organization provides children facing adversity with strong and enduring, professionally supported, one-to-one relationships that change their lives for the better forever. And I plan to give very generously to this. Jane McCall, if you would make your way up here for an announcement. In the meantime, if you'll remember that in just 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, we have the new FML, or it's now called the Team Training Seminar, district-wide. That'll be in Lawrence. It's free, plus you get a free lunch. And can you just raise your hand if you're registered for that? Oh, it's fantastic. I think it's going to be a really good seminar. So Jane.
I wanted to remind everyone, we have our first 5th Thursday social coming up on August 31st. It'll be from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Civic Theater. Our district governor will be here, and we're doing it so far with the West and South Club. We haven't heard from the North yet, so invite your spouse, your friends, and potential members. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Deborah Riggs will introduce our program for today.
Hello there. Well, I hope you enjoyed the music today. It was a lovely way to segue into our international, our new international ventures. We are beginning to look for international community service projects that we can do, and we thought this would be a great way to segue into that. So let me give you a little bio on Mario, who was our musician. Mario Campo was born in North Ecuador, in an area surrounded by volcanoes, mountains, and lakes, rich in indigenous culture and folk music. With musical talent he inherited from his grandparents, at the age of 10 he was invited to be part of a national children's musical group. There they learned more about folk music of the area. Throughout the years, he worked on his musical talent, practicing and performing. He toured through Europe, Asia, Canada, Mexico, the Caribbean, finally settling in the United States. Here, he grew in his musical talents, practicing them, and became known for his musical art that is called native whisper. Assisting Mario, as he tells us a little more about his life growing up in Ecuador, is Consti Garay. Consti was born in Bolivia and came to the United States on a Fulbright scholarship and studied at KU. He is now retired from teaching and is continuing to work in the community as a part-time executive director of the Vida Ministries. Mario Consti.
Are you doing good? With some music, we always do. I'm going to let Mario speak, and I will try to interpret what he says.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me to share my music with you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. God bless you. I'm so glad to come in here today to know beautiful people like you. About my life, about my culture. I was born in Ecuador, you know, now, and I'm so happy to stay here. I know my good friend Consti Garay, I call him the prophet, like a teacher. You know, he's a very nice person.
Maria's husband of Sylvia. Sylvia sitting down there. And Sylvia is one of our students at the Vida Ministry. So it's a pleasure to have this family because they bring such a talent. You know, I'm trying to hang around Mario, so maybe I come one day, maybe I can join him playing drum or something.
Okay, well, about Ecuador is very nice land. You know, as a natural, spiritual. But in my country,
he's saying that there are classes in Ecuador, just like in Latin America. In North America, sometimes we have issues with races, whereas in Latin America we have class issues. He's saying that the music he brings represents the native culture, the native people of the Andes.
I hope y espero que todas mis músicas sea de todo su completo grado, y también tengo a disposition my CDs on the table. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's happy to be here, and he's thankful for getting invited. So am I. And he mentioned that he has some CDs if you're interested in this type of music. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
By the way, I didn't want to forget that Rotary Club, I think they're making a difference in the community, right? Yeah, Vida remembers that one time you also contributed, Vida, with some monies, and we appreciate that. We do teach English in the community with the new immigrants, citizenship classes, computers, and also nutrition classes. That's what we do at Vida. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Oh, would you like to play a song for us? that was gorgeous. Segueing from the culture that we have in our own community to some outreach program. We have Hernan Nieto from the Lawrence Rotary Club who is joining us. He's going to tell us a little bit about a joint project that they are doing with a couple different clubs. Hernan is a stay-at-home dad. He's been one for the past 5 years. He's also the co-chair and has been for the last 2 years of the International Service Committee. And he's going to tell us a little bit about the joint international project that his club is doing with a club in California and then also in Ecuador. So, Nieto.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today. This is my first time that I visited a club here in Topeka. I've had, over the last 3.5 years, as a member of the Rotary Club, visited different clubs throughout the district, mostly in the Kansas City area where I grew up for the last 24 years before I moved to Lawrence after I got married. My wife is a college professor. She teaches engineering at the University of Kansas. She's getting ready to start her 15th year as a professor there at the university, so she's been there a while. The way that this project kind of started was kind of by accident in some ways, because our club last year received a request by a club in Boise, Idaho for funding on an existing project that they were working on in the city of Quito, which is the capital. This particular project in Quito was to build a storage tank on an existing project they did many years before, so it was a matter of extending the water from one community to the next. So our committee went ahead and reviewed the project, and we provided funds from our club, and it was matched number one by the district as part of the matching funds that we have available. So moving forward from providing those funds, 3 months later there was an earthquake that took place in Ecuador. If you don't mind, you can go ahead. This is a map just to give you a sense of what took place at that time in Ecuador. As you can see, it's on the upper left-hand corner near Esmeralda. That was the epicenter of the earthquake. So it affected all those communities along the coastline facing the Pacific Ocean. And so at that point, I started communication to say with the club in Ecuador to determine if there's anything else we could do to help, because we weren't sure if the project was going to continue or not. And so they told us that at this point in time they didn't have any other information to give us. So to contact the district, and that's what I did. And at that time, I got to meet Don Manuel Nieto, same last name as mine, no relation, sorry. And he was the individual that pretty much was spearheading the whole project to get all the clubs in District 4400 in Ecuador to come together and start putting projects in their communities. So the project that we were given to work with a club in Marin County in California is in the town of Manta. If you can go down the coastline over kind of in the middle to the left-hand side, you'll see that's one of the areas that was affected by the earthquake. And this particular project, you can go ahead, is going to, this is kind of the prototype of the fish market that we're going to be putting together in this community that is called Las Piñas, which is a small village of about 500 people in Ecuador. So this is an existing fish market that was built a few years ago in Manta, and it's a way for the fishermen to bring their catch of the day. You can kind of see in the background, there's the ocean there in Ecuador. So they can bring their catch of the day, clean it, and then process it for storage, and then be able to sell it to the general public there in Manta. So, go ahead. The project itself has different components as part of the global grant process that we're going through right now. The estimates that we were given, this is just what the Rotary Club and the municipality are going to be able to contribute toward those funds to build this particular fish market. So as you can see, the municipality is going to provide $82,366. The community is going to provide the land, so that's another $30,000. And this is the kind of a breakdown of our contribution as Rotary clubs to be able to bring everything together once the structure has been built and set up for those individuals to start using it and be able to process and sell their fish. So basically the total contribution on this project, which is the estimate, is $185,732, with a combination of the folks in Manta and the Rotary clubs here in the U.S. I kind of did a lot of statistics. I kind of went the nerd in a little bit. This community in Las Piñas is about 500 people. It has 180 villagers that are fishermen with 70 fishing boats, so I figure it's about 3-man crew, probably about right. The statistics that I'm putting up there is based on the estimates that we received from the Manta Club there. And this particular location can catch about 1,800 pounds of fish a day. Times $1.50 is 2,700 a day. There's 15 days out of the month that they can go out and fish and bring a catch of the day. So we're looking at an income of $40,500 a month, and then you multiply that times 12, so we're looking at about $486,000 a year. And this way will provide income for those individuals to help their families. So this is a way that we, as Rotarians, can help improve the quality of life for the entire village community of Las Piñas in Ecuador. So this is how your contributions work in the district. So for our share, we provided $10,000 toward this project in conjunction with what the folks in California and the folks in Manta put together as part of this global grant. So we should be very proud of that. Our district has been able to contribute to this project. The other part that I wanted to share with you, there is going to be a project fair that's going to take place during the month of November in Ecuador, and this is the part that I would like to encourage different clubs in the district to participate. I feel very proud of the fact that we have set up like the groundwork for setting up this relationship with the folks in Ecuador. They are fully bilingual. They do provide the resources that you need to ensure that if you do a project in Ecuador that you're not going to stumble and worry about the language barrier. This particular project will take place November 17th through the 19th. So I'm going to be providing some information to Joni that she can share with the rest of the club if you are looking to do projects and you can participate and then maybe do some travel. Will be a great opportunity to do so. So this is the information that was provided to me by the Rotarians there in Ecuador. And I would like to go ahead and open the floor if there's any questions about the project in Ecuador. Yes?
Why are there only 15 days of fishing?
That's the information that was provided on the summary that we received. That's basically the estimate that we got. There's about 15 days. So you're talking about maybe 3 times a week that probably they have opportunities to go out fishing. Yes?
Who do they sell to then?
There is a fishing cooperative that is part of the community. So the fishermen can come and sell their fish, and this cooperative also works to sell the fish wholesale to other communities. So they have that opportunity to not only sell to the general public, but also to the co-op.
Could you describe how your club and the members are involved in this?
At this point, I am one of the only members that is participating because this became a district project. I think some of you may have been at the district meeting last year in Fort Leavenworth. I made an announcement about trying to find a project that we can work with in Ecuador after the earthquake had happened And at the time, the district governor, John Donovan, thought it was a great idea to get some folks together, and basically I just volunteered myself to spearhead the committee. So I ended up working with Chuck Udell from the Leeward Club and Hank Chamberlain from the Kansas City, Kansas Rotary Club. So for the past year, we have been working together to make this happen. Yes?
Do we have any Rotarians from our district actually going to Ecuador now, doing projects?
At this point, no, that I'm aware of, no. Yes?
You mentioned $10,000 was given from your club and the district. Break that down for me between.
10,000 was the district funds. That was not directly from our club. It's the designated funds that we have available based on our contributions to the general fund, I believe. And then basically that's where the $10,000 came from. So it's the joint whole district funds. Any other questions? I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. As this project moves forward, right now we are waiting for Rotary International to do the approval for the global grant. Once the global grant is processed and approved, it's going to take over a year for this particular fish market to be completed. My goal is, once the project is completed, I am going to travel to Ecuador to see it for myself, because this is something very special to me. It's been something that was completely unexpected, that this opportunity came up, and I would like to encourage other clubs to participate in projects like these, and hopefully if there's any questions, I'll be more than happy to share the information that I have, and then you can move forward and decide if that's something you would like to do. Yes?
This one club, what kind of background are you looking for people to participate? Is there certain skills or experience you're looking for?
Not necessarily. There's, I mean, my background is in marketing. There's no specific, it's just a desire to help. I mean, that's bottom line. I mean, it's something that I've been doing for a very long time. It's just a matter of developing this relationship, which do take time. That's the hardest part. And hopefully with this project, there's a foundation already set, and now we can represent our district and say we are here to help in any way that we can. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today.
I think we have time for one more song.
Thank you so much again. The next song is coming on from my CD. This song I made in 2006. I was thinking about my mountains around my city. We call provinces. I'm here is a state, you know, in my province around. Even Bolivia has very nice mountains too. We are on the La Cordillera de los Andes, right?
What's your province?
Andes. Andes province. Imbabura, Ibarra. From Manta, north, I think 12, 13 hours driving. Yeah. Mountain. I live in the north, Ecuador. Manta is coast, south. I think southeast. Very nice country. I tried to tell something before long time ago. It was the racist people over there with discrimination, the native people like me. This is the reason, because my people going around the world with the music, with the arts, you know, around the world. We live out my country now. Now Ecuador is very nice. It's no more racist people. It's very nice land. You can stay there and live for always. Thank you for. I hope you understand me. My little English. I try to learn more. This is the reason because I have my family here. They are very happy to stay in Topeka. I asked one time my kids, you want to back to Ecuador or you want to stay here? They say, no, bye-bye, Daddy. No, they say no, bye. Just send me money, that's it. Okay, one more song, native song, and later if you want more songs, romantics, okay, to change the time. Okay? For you guys, thank you.
much. You know, I'm a music lover, and I just think this is wonderful, and it really moves us forward in our international effort this year. What a great program you're doing. Thank you for putting this together. Erman, we would like very much to exchange flags with you. This is our Downtown Topeka Rotary flag, and I see you have one from Lawrence as well. We can do that afterwards. As a thank you to you, rather than giving you a gift that you won't use or want, we would like you to sign our book. It's called Click Clack Surprise, and we will donate this in your honor to Ross Elementary School. So if you'll sign that before you go today. Our next meeting, of course, next Thursday. We'll be meeting back here, and our speaker will be Andrew Howell, who is the Shawnee County Election Commissioner, and he'll talk to us about what it takes to put on an election. As you all know, Rotary is all about doing good and making changes. Maya Angelou said it very well. I'm convinced of this: good done anywhere is good done everywhere. For a change, start by speaking to people rather than walking by them like they're stones that don't matter. As long as you're breathing, it's never too late to do some good. So let's stand now and recite the four-way test plus one. Of the things we think, say, or do,